Bike MS is the largest fundraising cycling series in the world. And here in Texas, we know a thing or two about doing things bigger. The Texas MS 150 is the largest fundraising event in the Bike MS series. And this year marks 40 years that cyclists have been participating. Joining us to celebrate this morning, Cyndi Zagieboylo, President and CEO of the National MS Society, straight from New York City. Right?
Yes, that's right.
Cyndi, thanks for being here.
It's great to be here.
40 years this has been going on.
Yes.
Is that pretty good?
That's unbelievably awesome.
Is that all the years? How many years is that?
Well, this event was started by another chapter in Minnesota, and this chapter was an early adopter to the Bike MS, and they blew it out, made it bigger than any other in our series.
Yeah, so what's a special plan maybe for the 40th anniversary? Obviously you're in town.
Well, it's going to be the event will take place the weekend after next. So and it will be about 6,000 people coming together to ride. This isn't our largest ride. However, we're still coming back from COVID, so we're really eager to let people know to please come back. Please join. The feel is the same. The feel is amazing. We go through over 150 miles. You go through lots of towns, lots of small towns, and there are people cheering you along the way because they care so much about somebody who has MS.
It is one of the encouraging things. I was telling you, I think that I'd ridden in a ride a little over 10 years ago, a couple of them, and it's fascinating to see the kind of support that comes out. And you really realize, I guess, at that moment, the impact that the National MS Society has had.
Yes, I hope so. Yeah, in 40 years, we have experienced and achieved so many treatments for MS. So the progress is getting better. People today diagnosed are doing better than they did 40 years ago, for sure, and even then 10 years ago and 5 years ago, because the pace of our scientific discoveries is accelerating. And that happens because things like Bike MS, Texas MS 150 fuels that work.
Can you describe sort of what MS is for people that don't know or haven't experienced it?
MS is a disease, neurological disease that affects the brain and spinal cord. There is an immune system function. If something goes wrong with someone's immune system, it's triggered by a number of different events. It's very tricky to describe succinctly. MS affects every person uniquely. It can cause symptoms like weakness, paralysis, pain, cognitive problems, bowel and bladder symptoms, inability to walk, sensory tingling. Some really fatigue is a big symptom that people can have. It can also cause depression. And there are just so many weird little symptoms that can occur for people. It's really important that people recognize those as potential MS and get diagnosed quickly.
Do you find out that it's hard? It's a hard thing to diagnose when you talk to patients that you know?
Yes, not as hard as it used to be. When I started, I mentioned to you, I started my career in 1985 with the MS Society. Back then, there were the tools to make a speedy diagnosis were not there. We knew so much less than we know today. So back then, it did take years. Today, we're shrinking that time, which is really important. From the time a person recognizes a symptom and goes to see a professional and find out, is this MS, could this be MS, it's down to between 2 and 5 years from that first symptom. To get that diagnosis, once they get there, it takes a few months. It can be up to 6 months. For some people, unfortunately, it still takes longer.
And with all that, excuse me, with all that time passing, they're missing out on valuable treatment time when they haven't even been diagnosed, and it's like, what can we do for this person?
We need to get diagnosed fast. And so that's why it's important to make sure that your doctor takes your symptoms seriously. Because they come and go, and it seems like, oh, that went away. It's important to know what it is. What is that? What did cause that? If there's not a good answer, then keep looking, keep trying to figure it out.
Are there any specific breakthroughs that you guys are working on or contributing to the mission at this point that you want to talk about?
Well, we just have announced and described Pathways to Cure's roadmap that we have right now. So this is a published journal article in in the biggest MS journal that there is, MS Journal it's called, and we have published essentially the plan to cure MS. It includes several components, several roadways to cures. We stop, restore, and end. And this is a plan, or the roadmap has been endorsed by all the major organizations and scientists around the world who know about MS and who support MS. So we have the plan.
Great.
Now we have to continue to work that plan it's not an easy plan
Right.
to really get all those answers one by one, and that takes funding and a scientific community that convenes and works together. But everybody has agreed, let's work on this plan.
So
And
you've
continue
got,
to
you've got
revise.
one that you like that we're going to
That's right.
start heading out.
We'll be publishing the next iteration of that plan. You can't leave it.
Right.
Because we've learned a lot in the past 2 years.
And you keep learning, right? That's
Exactly
kind of the
right.
idea.
Every day.
Every day you learn. You mentioned COVID taking a little bit of a dip, and you said you're not quite back to the pre-COVID numbers. Is
No,
that right?
no,
I mean,
no.
it's been a few years
Yeah.
already. So we're trying to get the word back out that this ride is back.
This
This
ride is
mission
back.
has never ended, right?
No, it has not ended, and it's just as amazing ride as it's always been. Those of you who have been part of it.
Yeah.
It is just so important that people see. It's also great for this state.
Yeah.
When I get on an airplane and head to this ride on Ride Weekend from New York, I talk to the people next to me and I say, "Yeah, where are you going?" I'm going to Bike MS, Texas MS 150. That's
they
where I'm
know.
going. They're
Yeah.
riding. They're going to ride. They come from all over
Yeah.
to do that. So it has been it's really a terrific opportunity to meet new people that last a lifetime.
That's right. And team building, right? For a group,
Huge.
for a company. I mean, we joined a team. We didn't have one at KPRC at the time, and we joined another team to do
Yes.
the ride.
It's a great idea to be part of
great
the team.
community event in that
Yes.
sense. For people
Yes.
that want to ride, maybe they want to build a team, maybe they want to read the paper that you mentioned. How can people find out what you're doing, and where can they find you online?
Well, everything. You can find us to go to nationalmssociety.org. And we're about another big breaking news. We're going to launch a new website later this month so that it will have a different look. It'll be easier to navigate. You can find what you need to find. You get the answers you need. You can find everything there. So I'd be really excited to hear when people go to the website, tell me what you think. Let's see how we can make it better. I know that the front door to the MS Society is digital. It's the website. It's hearing about it. It's talking to someone, and we need people to join us and get what they need.
The door's always open, right? Cyndi Zagieboylo, President and CEO of the National MS Society. Thanks for making the trip, and we'll look forward to seeing you back for the ride.
Thank you so much. It's great
Okay.
to be here.